Yeah, thank you so much. I think this is great insights for all budding musicians. Um, One of the things that you mentioned is the presence of being in a culture, like learning a language, and I think this is a theme that you have touched on a few times, starting with the artist village, and uh, yeah, I think you've highlighted it a couple of times, and I was just wondering. To me, it seems like this is a big part of speeding up your journey, so to speak. Not necessarily that we want to speed it up, but it's a very important component, which at least I was not aware of, and now I've become aware of that. Surrounding oneself with that is critical, is actually necessary to develop these skills.
Yeah,
And it's mysterious how they are actually absorbed into our being. I don't understand what the process is, but I'm submitting to being surrounded by amazing teachers and friends and a culture that kind of supports that transmission of that knowledge.
absolutely. And I think also open yourself to listen to other music, to be, I call it active listener, not just passive. I listen to it, when I'm cooking or this. This is one way. By the way, I find it very difficult to listen to music while I'm doing something else. I'm very rare, I know. But I could never ever listen to classical music when I'm doing something as we're cleaning the house or something like that. I need to sit or listen actively. Give all my respect and all my attention to the music. And how do I know that music is not really something that I really want? That kind of that I can actually do something else with it. You know. I even don't like to drive with music. I like to drive and listen to podcasts or something like that. But music is sacred for me. Most music that I like, obviously. But I'm saying, I'm not a good example for this. I think music should just be wherever you want to have it. That's great.
Yeah, no, actually, thank you for sharing that, because I feel that active listening, at least when you're developing the skill, I think it's important to have that attentive listening. And I also have lucky to have teachers who are emphasizing this. Recently, it's
Hmm.
where I actually am doing what you were saying is I'm trying to hold myself from not listening to a piece I need to listen to while I'm doing other things,
Absolutely.
so that then I'm kind of a little bit forced to give my attention and see what is actually happening in the whole piece and try to
Hmm.
pick up. That is very different than passively just letting the music flow through you.
Yeah.
Um,
When musicians go to concerts, they are working. Not those who perform, those who come to listen to the performance. It's so hard to be there to witness making music without you being involved. It's like either you want to be there on stage with them or instead of them. And you're working, your mind is working, you listen to the scales, you listen to the way they do it. It's not, doesn't mean that you're not touched or moved when, like everybody else, but there is another level in you that is listening actively and is really rushing to get home and to find the music and do it by yourself, that kind of thing. So I remember myself that I can't go to sleep after a concert. I just can't fall asleep. I My mind is still thinking about it, or I am already in a space of creativity, and I want to be there more and more and more. Or when I go, when my husband and I are going back from a concert, and either he put the song again, like, you will be in the car, and then we heard a beautiful song in a concert, and then he will find it on YouTube and put it in the car. I said, no, 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 no. I don't want to listen to anything. I don't want to ruin the experience. It's sacred for me. I want to live with that. Let's be quiet. And I don't know if you know what I mean. It's just that I need the time after the concert to be with what it did to me, you know, like, but that's very specific, and it's just me and the way I'm built and how I like to listen to music.
Yeah, and maybe it takes a certain level of refinement of our ability to perceive and feel, which is something I'm noticing as well, that the voice is actually a refinement
Mm-hmm.
of that feeling, and to really
Yeah.
come to know the palette.